We were going to publish, of course. We were using the cells just a few at a time, subjecting them to a wide variety of tests. And we finished up the first phase in time for Jules to go to the conference in Helsinki. Then we closed up shop for a while. Then, 2 days later, bingo, I'm in the hospital.
You left the cells that hadn't been used in the freezing compartment?
Yes, in vacuum lockers. What's the matter?
Well, the freezing system broke down about 3 weeks ago.
Well, I think maybe I missed the point. If the point is that these germs grew into whatever it was that killed Jules Koenig.
They are not germs. They are single-cell life forms. And I'm not about to attest to what you just said without further study.
That's too bad. Look, folks, let me tell you something, okay? I am a very, very good PR man. If the price of gas shoots up to $5 a gallon, I can deal with that. If San Francisco Bay becomes one big tar pit because of our oil spills, I can deal with that. But I mean this, what can I say about this?
Scientifically, there's really no precedent for it.
There's no precedent for anything that's happened. So don't tell me there's no precedent. Tell me something useful. I'll make all the phone calls that have to be made.
Mr. Nadio?
We'll go back to the labs. And
you all right?
dig into this, please. I'm taking you and I'm putting you in a private institution, away from reporters, away from everybody. And not a word about this, all right?
You're incredible.
Isn't the story in yet? Relax, Tony, will you? Just relax. New York's reading the first paragraph right now.
Oh, I still can't believe it. Primitive man in our own time. You know, there are times I got to admit it, Carl. You are quite a reporter.
What's the matter with you, Tony? Are you sick or something? You never compliment me.
Oh, think of the headlines of the past, the big headlines. Now, listen, maybe they'll want a film crew out there.
What?
Maybe you'll need a makeup man out there, Carl.
Well, have you addled your brains completely? I'm not in television. We're not in a television
you could be a special
station
guest
here.
on a television show.
Not
you
me,
know,
no chance. Wait a minute, it's coming in. Yeah. Cancel story.
Oh, I don't believe that.
What, are they crazy? Cancel story, cancel story, legal
No,
department will
it's gotta be a
contact you.
mistake. It's a mistake.
Listen, what's going on here? I mean, was INS being undermined by the oil company, too?
I can't say, Carl. I've been trying to contact him. The lines have been tied up.
Yeah, sure. But
Excuse me. About that 8-man line you got going.
Yeah?
Something just happened that I think may blow the whole thing. It's incredible.
Well, what?
A friend of mine at the Herald called.
Yeah?
2 days ago, there was a truck accident. A van carrying illegal jungle animals went off the road. The driver just came forward and confessed.
Confess to what?
It seems some dangerous animals did escape, including 2 large apes, a pair of adult African gibbons, as well as a Malayan tiger, a civet cat, and a pie cost.
What's a pie cost?
89 cents.
Abbott and Costello, 1946.
I really had you going there.
Now, listen, Carl, I'm going to call New York. Now, never mind them, and never mind Harry High School here. Just keep on the story and get what you can get, will you?
That's terrible. Maybe you like my second joke better. Your car is parked in my place again. I called the tow truck. They'll be here any minute.
You know, Ron, I thought that you'd do that. I just had a feeling after you told me the other day. Well, so 5 minutes ago, I asked our janitor here, Georgie, to take the keys out of your pocket there and go down and move your car back into your space. Look. Keep on trucking, Ron.
Well, this is an emergency. Break through on them. Come on.
Get through to New York.
Well, I'm trying to.
No! Wait! No!
Yeah.
No
November 11th, 9:30 p.m., 828 Marquette Street. Rosetta Mason, 22, had been attending a party, but she'd been bored. Rosetta didn't know it, but for her, the party was really over. The murder of Rosetta Mason gave the police no new leads. But it gave me a photograph of a footprint, like no footprint I'd ever seen before. I placed calls to anthropologists and biologists at the major universities, but again, I was put on hold. I recognize this as the Oceanic International Oil trademark. I also recognize that universities are supported by the charity of large corporations, but the public school system is still the public school system.
Already?
Mr. Burton, call Bochek out here, yes.
Oh, I thought lunch period was over for a minute there. Of course, I should have known better. There would have been more noise, cursing, things flying through the air ahead of them.
Oh, you're referring to your students.
To use the term very loosely. Can you believe it's only November?
Mr. Burton, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
No.
But you haven't even heard...
No, I'm sorry, not now. This is the only time I get to read my travel brochures. I have to figure exactly where I'm going on June 8th. After school, it's a science club. Nights and weekends, I spend my time going blind, trying to decipher their chicken scrawlings on their papers and tests.
Hey, but this is very important, Mr. Burton. Have you heard anything about the rash of killing that have been blamed on large apes?
That? Oh, yes, I've heard all right. Several of my friends have been called in to consult. They're PhDs, and they're so full of self-importance now. Of course, no one asks a lowly high school pedagogue.
Well, who asked your friends? The oil company, the police, who?
Well, they won't say. It's very hush-hush and cliquey all of a sudden.
Mr. Burton?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
I am now consulting you. Here. This is a footprint left by the so-called ape.
Good Lord. It's larger than any primate I've ever seen, and so-called ape is right. This does not have prehensile toes like true apes.
Well, I saw the thing. It was somewhat human in appearance, form.
Yes, but this arch and heel construction aren't strictly human either.
Well, then it is an ape man.
That is a misnomer. It shows a lot of ignorance about evolution.
Well, I'm sorry.
No offense. People keep saying that man descended from apes. Forget you ever heard that.
Well, okay, it's forgotten.
You see, man and apes descended from the same common ancestor.
Yeah.
They just went in two different ways. They're from two different branches of the same tree, not one continuous branch. Hold this. Follow me, please. Now. I'll hold this. It's expensive. You see the teeth? All right. Now, this ape's dentition is more suited to eating fruits, vegetables. They're vegetarians. But you see, man and all its ancestors are meat eaters. We have this ripping, tearing teeth.
Yeah. Well, these creatures have been eating flesh. I mean, one of them broke into a meat truck.
I love my field. You know, I've collected all these bones from all over. I try to teach the kids something, but you know what they call me behind my back?
No.
Bones Burton.
No.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Burton.
Yes.
We are saying, then, that this footprint belongs to a prehistoric man.
Come with me. All right. This is Homo erectus. And his colleague here is Australopithecus. You see, early men, both of them, neither had 16 double E feet.
I know that one. I work for him.
Yeah.
No, well, this creature probably came from the Arctic.
If he came from the Arctic, well, he could be anything. I mean, we know nothing about what happened up there except that it froze.
Yeah. Well, look here. See, I took these photos. See? Here you go. Now, this one here was taken on the 8th, and this one on the 10th. Now, you see those vacuum containers? See? Appended one appended in this picture, but a second one in this one. Yeah. Well, now, they contain some sort of cells from the Arctic. Now, is it possible that accidental heat and damp, they could
gestate into the owner of the footprint?
Yes.
I doubt that could happen. But a team of scientists recently grew wheat from seeds that were found in the pyramids of Egypt. Those seeds were 4,000 years old.
4,000 years old? Well, listen, if there was some new kind of different strain of primate man, where would he be?
Well, if he's a voracious carnivore, as you say he is, then he would probably also be a nocturnal hunter.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. He's only been sighted at night, as far as I know.
Yes, and if he's some deviant cousin of early man, then he would tend toward the caves.
Caves in Chicago? Terrific. What's that?
Yeah. You really want to learn about ape men, Mr. Kolchak?
Uh-huh.
Stick around.
No, thank you. Entering OIO labs at night presented difficulties, especially since the guard force in the lobby had been doubled. I attacked the problem with my brains and my fingernails.